Welcome back to Alpha Technics. In this video I would like to show you how to balance the carburettors. Now these on this car are 40mm Dellortos, DHLAs, and they are similar to what you might have called Webers, DCOEs, a side draft Webers. So it's a pair of Webers with a pair of Dellortos. The principle is the same. This video is linked to my other video which I did on idle tuning, and really I should have explained in that video that the carbs were set up and balanced before that I did that video. So go back and watch that video after I've completed this one and you'll be able to see why the two go together. So it's carburetor balancing or synchronization between the two carbs, and then do the idle jet setting afterwards. You'll see the setup here. These were the idle screws that we were adjusting last time round in the video. I'm going to put a link above and you'll be able to fly over to that video after this one. So the synchronization screw is this here. You'll see that the mechanism is linked to the throttle linkage. So this is the datum, and the one on the left hand side, we'll call that the master one, and we're setting the right hand side against the master by the adjustment of this screw here. Now the position of this screw can be set by looking at the butterflies down the holes here. So we're going to be adjusting the screw in and out, but also using a chronometer which looks like this, and you can see this measures the airflow on either side, so in kilograms per hour. What we'll do is we'll take the datum setting off of here when the engine's running, and then we'll compare it with the other side. What we're going to try and do is measure the airflow, and it's got to be the same on either side. So I'm going to start the car up now, and we'll get it warmed up. It's very important that the car is warm. One thing to mention on these DHLA is that they do not have any bypass screws, unlike some Webers. They might have a bypass screw which is normally mounted on the side here. If yours does have a bypass screw on the sides, on each individual trumpet or individual choke, then it's important that it's locked down. So unlock the lock nut and wind the screw right in, because we do not want to have, we want to have a baseline setting to make sure there's no air bleeded through, which might alter the difference between one side to the other side. So unlock the lock nuts. I'll put a picture in, I think. So we're going to start the engine up. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to measure my baseline reading with my synchronometer. We have a measurement of 3.5 to 4.
So just to explain what we're seeing here, the left carburettor is reading about 3.5 to 4 kilograms per hour, and the right hand carburettor is 4 kilograms per hour. This is actually quite good, and I've been driving the car around for quite some time in that setting, so I'm going to make the carburettor worse for the purpose of this video and then make it better again to make it back to its original baseline setting.
I need to take the measurements. I'm going to make the engine much rougher than it is. Just drop the idle to the idle. So I'm just going to bring up the rev slightly. So that's 4.5. You see my hands dropping around there. Probably go over here. 2. Okay. So what we're going to do is we want to try and balance that out. So you'll notice that I put it over here, it's triple the same. So that's 3.5, 4. Okay, we're going to take one wheeling now. The engine's quite rough, vibrating quite a bit. It's not synchronised, so I'm going to show you on here. We've got 4, I'm reading 4 on there, and I'm reading 2 on there. I'm going to rotate the screw to balance it up a bit, and you hear the tone of the engine changes. The road starts to pick up, it starts to balance out. Again, we'll see where we are. We come back, take a reading.
As the carburettors become more synchronised, we have 5 kilograms per hour on the left carburettor and 4 kilograms per hour on the right carburettor. So here you can see I'm rotating the balancing screw slightly more just to bring up the revs and to bring in that right hand carburettor into synchronisation. You can hear the revs now are much smoother, the engine's much happier and it's not vibrating as much. I take another reading on the left hand bank against the right hand bank, and I can see that they are now synchronised back into a final position. I'm just going to drop the revs here because it's idling a little bit too fast, and we'll see how the engine reacts as I blip the throttle.
That's pretty good. The engine's quite responsive there, quite likes that. The engine revs are coming down slightly and then picking up again. It might mean that the primer is a little bit rich, so I might need to look at my needles on these graphs soon. So, okay. That's now a happy engine. We'll just do one more check. 3.5. 3.5. Raised carbs and nicely balanced. Thanks for watching, and like I said, go on and watch the other video on how to tune your idle screws. Please remember to like and subscribe. And see you again soon. Or synchronization between 2 carbs, and then do the idle jet setting afterwards.